everyone, Libby here. Just going to do a quick handheld video camera check-in for Libby Loses It week 2. So I'll start off by showing you my footage from the last week. Okay, I'm not really feeling like a smoothie this morning. I wanted something with toast and cheese, something like that. But I made myself a berry smoothie with spinach. So it's now not a green smoothie. It's a murky, browny green smoothie. But it would taste good. I think I might better go with the salsa for the dressing. Not really sure about the other ones because it's obviously Mexican sort of flavoured and a little bit spicy. Yeah, Mexican spices, so yeah. This obviously is not on Tone It Up, but don't want to waste them. I've only had half the packet. The dogs will probably eat the rest for dinner. But, you know, again, the little ingredients in it's not too bad. Mostly they're corn, and I have them. So it's always a compromise, I think, of what you do. You just aim for the best that you can possibly do. Got a big salad pack full of goodness in there, and there's a little bit of not so good stuff on that. So I'm just having some vegetable and lentil soup for my afternoon snack. I had some grapes a bit earlier. No protein. Maybe if I'm still hungry in a bit, I might just grab some cashew nuts or something. It doesn't quite look like the picture. We're down lake for our morning walk. No, the swans are out today. Yeah, it's a lovely morning. It's actually a bit warm. My jacket unzipped. But I'm really struggling today. Oh well. Really, I'll feel a bit more later on, but I think it might be one of those days. I call it funny because I've got my glasses on. I can't see. Well, as I said on my walk, I was feeling really rather down this morning and really flat. So on the way back I decided I'd stop in and have a cup of tea at Nan and Pop's and have a catch up with them. For those of you who don't know, my mum and dad live right next door, so I thought I'd do that, and that was good. I'm actually feeling in a better mood now. I was just feeling really down. I actually nearly cried on the walk. I don't know what it was. I think I was just too focused on the fact that I haven't lost any more weight since like almost a week ago. Weights have stayed the same. And I'm thinking it's probably due to the insulin resistance. I looked up this morning and the medication on metformin to help with the insulin resistance, I'm on 1,000 milligrams and you can go up to like 2,300 or something as the maximum dose. So I'm thinking that what I'm on is not actually doing anything. So I think I'll ring now actually and try and get a doctor's appointment and go and see her. Because obviously if I'm working my guts are out and doing all the right things and not losing any weight, I am going to get frustrated and just throw the towel in. Because that's what you do, isn't it? So yeah, I think that's possibly what's happening. I hope that's the reason. Because I've sort of been trying really hard, but then yeah, unfortunately when the scales don't move, especially the way I am. If it was, you know, if I had a few kilos to lose, well, fair enough, but yeah. So anyway, I'm in a better mood than I was before, so that's good. So I'm going to get on with my day now. I'm supposed to do toning, but I won't worry about that. It's just, I got my walk in, so that's good. I want to get moving with the rest today, do some meal prep, and yeah, I'm just glad I'm in a better mood. So that's good. I need to have some breakfast too, actually. Alright, I'll show you my meal prep session so far. So there's just some leftover lettuce in that. I've got 2 salads for the next 2 days and one for today. So 3 salads, obviously, you can count. I've chopped up some watermelon and there's one for my daughter this afternoon. Cut up some rock melon, washed and de-stalked the grapes, or whatever you want to call it. Got some cauliflower soup. I've still got sweet potato in the oven to put in the salads. Well, you're all just fogged up. I'm now going to make some chia cookies, I believe. Yes. And that'll probably do me for today. I don't think I have anything else to do. Okay, so I finished up with chia cookies, which are healthy. And I'll make sure I put a link. I've got the recipe on my blog post. They are from Ivy of Clean Cuisine, and I have permission to share them on my blog, so that's okay. Yeah, absolutely love these. They're healthy cookies, and I just usually limit myself to 2 a day. I haven't had any a whole first week on Tone It Up, and I've really missed them. And just for those times when you just want something yummy, but they're still good for you. And I also made some more of the bliss balls too. The last batch I had, the dates were a bit, I think I actually expired or had past the use-by date, so they were quite hard. So these are nice, very soft, juicy. Oh, look at that, very firm, very soft. Nice date balls. So the kids, as you can see, they're big. They've got rock hard now. And that's they're a week old. And I, as you can see, didn't really love those ones too much. So all my dogs will get all these. They'll think it's Christmas. And I've added the roast sweet potato to my salads, and the soup is cooling down. So, and I have done the washing up. So that is it. I have got very sore feet now, but that's, well, I want to wash some strawberries, but I can do that later on because we'll probably have them after dinner tonight, or my family will. I might not have any. I've been trying to avoid having food after dinner. I said I did yesterday, last night, because I was really like, ugh. And my husband goes, "Do you want some Easter egg?" And I could have killed him because, yeah, I would have loved some Easter egg. Oh. I said, please don't ask me that right now. And I'd already told him I was a bit, you know, a bit stressed and wanting to eat. So, and having a Luna bar, so that was good. And then I was still wanting something. So I ended up having half a bagel, which not ideal, especially to have a carb before bed. But it was better than having chocolate Easter egg. So if I had the chia cookies, I could have had one of them, and that would have been, I would have been happy. Anyway, yep, that's where we are. So everything's to the meal prep. I haven't done any dinners. I've decided I'm just going to do dinners the night of. It was just like, it was good last week, and it was really good, I think, for my first week back to have that. But it's just a bit hard because I still got to make dinner for the family, and then I found they weren't eating that healthy because I was just whipping them up whatever. So I think it's better we all eat the same thing, and then they're going to eat healthier as well. And if I want to have something super healthy some nights, then I'll probably do then something alternate that night. But we'll work it out. We're still playing around with what's going to work. It's funny. I'm just about to have my lunch. It's after 2 o'clock. I just realised I haven't eaten anything since breakfast at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure if I shared my breakfast. Couldn't say what I want. Ended up having a bagel with some hummus and some cheese on it. To know is definitely not a turned up breakfast, but I was having a bit of a struggle this morning, and that just appealed. So I thought I'll just have that. And yet I haven't had anything else since. So obviously my mood's turned around, and it was obviously enough to keep me busy and keep my mind off food and feeling sorry for myself. I also got on the scales after my shower, and the scales had moved down, so that improved my mood too. So I need to definitely become less reliant on the scales. But once I've lost a few kilos, it doesn't tend to worry me so much. But it's just in the early stages, I've got to look for that positive reinforcement. I'm feeling better, obviously, so that's probably I need to lose weight, but that's obviously as important. Anyway, I'm going to have my salad, which I will show you. My yummy salad, pretty much the same thing I had every day, with my bean patties and hummus and all the rest of it. Yummo. I don't think I ended up recording yesterday afternoon, but after my very rough morning, things turned right around. So I ended up having a really good day, very productive day. I did that meal prep that I showed you, had my lunch and had a bit of a rest, and then went shopping with my youngest daughter Christy in the afternoon to get her some more winter clothes and shoes. Didn't even really think about going to get any food or anything. Picked up a few essentials, bread and milk that we needed, and come home, and I actually was hungry by the time we got back, so I had 2 of my chia cookies and a cup of tea, and then we had dinner a bit later on, and I had some popcorn later on after that. Probably could have done without the popcorn, but it wasn't too bad. I think overall I didn't really eat too much yesterday, just probably a perfect amount. And considering how the day started off, I was really pleased at how I got through the day and how it ended up, because really in the morning I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to throw the towel in, but my mood improved, so that was good. I'm just getting ready now to take the dogs on another walk. I'm not feeling the best today. My stomach's a little bit upset and I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded, but we'll head out, we'll do our walk, and then if I feel like when we get back, I'll try and do some toning work as well, with the weights upstairs, and I'll just have to see how I feel. Someone's waiting impatiently, or patiently now, for their walk. Well, Swan's in there this morning. Unfortunately, I'm feeling and puppies. Unfortunately, I'm feeling really quite sick sick in my stomach this morning. So it's not been the most pleasurable walk. I don't know why. It's weird. One thing I did just realise, I actually stopped taking the medication for my upset stomach, so maybe that's why. I've been prescribed when I was unwell. I wonder. I was hoping that since everything else is better, I wouldn't be needing it anymore. I won't take it each day, we'll just see how I go. I guess it's the first time, maybe it's just a one-off. And my Valley Waters upper body burn. Now I'm feeling really pooped, sweaty. It's only a quick workout, like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. I think I've written down it takes about 10 minutes to do the 3 circuits. That's just arms, but it's enough to, like, it's hard to get through. Excuse me, I'm all sweaty. As you can see, breathing a bit fast as well. It's kind of funny doing upper body now because I'm having basal cell carcinoma removed from the back of my shoulder on Tuesday, and I have a funny feeling that after that I might not be able to do any working out for a little bit. I'm hoping not, because it's just being done by the dermatologist. It's not being done, like I had one removed by a plastic surgeon last year, and obviously I've got a great big zigzag scar on the back of my shoulder, very similar spot, and yeah, I don't think I'll get exercise for 6 weeks post that, but again, it was like that long, the scar is, so it will obviously take a long time to heal, whereas this is just removing the carcinoma and a little bit around it, so hopefully, and fingers crossed that there won't be that sort of recovery time afterwards, because I'm getting, what can you see, a little, you can't really see in here, getting little muscles, no you can't really see, you can kind of see them, I can see them in the mirror when I look in there. What about in this light? So I'm getting, yeah, you can't really see them too much of that. Oh, there you go, there's a bit of muscle there. I always get very proud of my arm muscles because they do tend to develop fairly quickly. So yeah, I did that, so I'm happy because I didn't know if I was going to manage that, not feeling the way I'm not feeling great, and actually my stomach settled down. So I wonder if I should do some more exercises or not, or just yeah, maybe I'll just be happy with that today. That's a half an hour workout altogether, so considering I wasn't feeling very good, I think that's good job done. Well, today's lunch is yet another salad, pretty much the same as what I have every day. So tonight I'm just having a burrito bowl, so I've got some brown rice, some Mexican beans which I made up, tomato, and a bit of cheese and some sour cream. I can't believe, I think it's up to day 10 now. Yeah, it must be day 10. I'm not feeling great this morning. I've got a lot of sinus pressure. So I'm actually making breakfast at the minute. Instead of having my walk first. And I'm still hoping to go for my walk, but I'm getting hungry, so I thought, well, I'll have some breakfast. And that might help, but there's a lot of sinus pressure. I can see my eyes sort of half closed over. And shouldn't be feeling weary. Not great. I don't deserve to get a cold now. I've just gotten over all my low iron levels, but I'll show you what I'm making for breakfast. Just doing some scrambled eggs, which you're going to have with some salsa and a sprinkle of cheese and some asparagus, which I absolutely love. I just cooking that in a little tiny bit of rice bran oil. Yummy, nice breakfast. And I'm pleased to report the scales actually moved down today, so that was good. I'm getting a little bit frustrated. And it's just hard knowing whether I'm not on the right dose for the insulin resistance or what. So at least they're moving. My body is often like that too. It takes a while to get going. I think to believe that yes, I'm going to stick with this eating for now. I am forever, but I think my body thinks that if she's going to start eating rubbish again, I better just not worry about losing any weight because it's going to come straight back on. And it sort of seems to take a while before it goes, oh okay, she's still going with this. I don't know. That's what I think anyway. Probably totally wrong, but that's what it seems to be. As I've gotten older, it seems to be what happened. Like I'll have a loss. But I've been the same weight for pretty much a week. I lost, a couple of kilos, like 2 kilos in a few days, and then up a little bit, and then just within tiny same smidge, but it's up. Finally dropped back down now, so it's over 2 kilos. Now it's like 2.2 kilos. So hopefully that means now I might start to see a bit more going down. So the breakfast is ready. Yeah, so hopefully I'll feel a bit better. Yeah, just if not, I'll just take today off. I haven't had a day off yet, but we'll see how we go. But feeling a lot more positive this morning, so that's good. Things are good. Another salad for lunch. Just don't seem to get sick of these salads. So Saturday morning, I've just done a 25-minute walk, cooled down, and I'm having a green rock melon and coconut smoothie. It's called the Highland Table Cafe. Nice venue, lots of things to choose from. I think we had that brown rice salad last time, but that was in the summer. I'm going to have the corn fritters. That looks so good. I've got corn fritters and roast veg. I've got my chai latte. So I'm going to enjoy some of the baguette. I already tried it and it's delicious. So having some of that already. That will be yummy. Actually, funny enough, I was going to make these for lunch today, but then we went out, so dinner instead. Well, since I was just left to have my own breakfast, I'm just going to have the rest of the baguette with some cheese and tomato. Sorry I haven't videoed at all today. Didn't feel real good this morning, so I had a day off exercising. Mother's Day here, but I did really well on food. Breakfast wasn't the greatest. It was baguette with cheese and tomato, but it still wasn't too bad. I had to make it myself, so I just made something easy. And then I had a couple of chia cookies, I think, mid-morning. We had lunch over at my mum's. We had Thai, and I just had some fried rice. So it's fried, yes, but it wasn't too bad. Oh, I did have 1.5 spring rolls. So that was kind of my treat, I guess. Didn't have dessert, didn't have any chocolates. And now I just made some nachos to have for dinner, to make them healthy. A few corn chips. And there's dinner all served up. It's going to be delicious. Hey everyone. Oh, I have been very, very bad at checking in with you. Oh, sorry, I've got my computer screen in front of me, so you get glary. Maybe I should close it. Oh, no, it's not from that. It must be from the outside windows. I've been very forgetful about keeping you updated for my week, so I do apologise. And I've not been feeling good this morning. Very similar symptoms to when my iron was low. So I've had it checked. I've had a blood test this morning, and I guess we'll see if it's low again or if something else is causing it. Could be a sinus infection, but I feel exactly the same way I felt when my iron level was low. So I didn't feel great yesterday. I was like, oh, what do I eat? I was the same this morning. It's like, oh, I need to eat something, but I don't know what I want. Today's food's been good. Again, breakfast, don't know what I feel like, and it was like 9:30, and I was actually hungry. But I didn't have a lot of time to eat either this morning. I ended up running out of time. So I ended up just reheating the rest of the fried rice, which was nice. And then had a doctor's appointment, and the little cafe down there makes the most beautiful, it's actually gluten-free, it's a date and almond loaf. And I went in particularly to see if they had it, and they did. So I bought myself a piece of that, and I had that, and it was really filling. So I guess it's the almond meal that's probably in it, and it had dates, so it probably had a bit of sugar as well. I don't know, but maybe not with the dates. So I feel it wasn't a terribly unhealthy choice, and it was really yummy, and I enjoyed it, and that was a treat. And that sort of then I could go grocery shopping, and I wasn't starving, so I would do my grocery shopping. But I've come back home now starving. Too much effort to make a salad, so I've just cooked a southern corn burger, and just made that into a sandwich with some cheese and lettuce and tomato, and some high fiber, low GI bread. So I was going to do a wrap, and then I thought the ingredients for the wrap, the bread would probably be better, even though I felt like a wrap. So I'm trying to make the right choices. So when I've been drinking loads of water, didn't even have a soft drink yesterday or the day before. So I feel like I'm making really, really good choices. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been slack about updating, but I'm trying to do better. I was just watching Trina, who is her blog's Trina's Bag, and she's doing a series called Katrina Cuts Kilos, and I was just watching her video for last week because I'm behind. And yeah, she was doing a daily update. Oh, I haven't done an update. I don't know when I last did one, so hopefully I might have done one on Saturday. So I'll show you my lunch anyway. Half of it's still here. So this is the second half of my lunch today. So corn burger, a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, tomato, lettuce, cheese, and the bread, and a Bailey. Keeping watch in case there's leftovers, but sorry mate, don't think I have leftovers today because I'm hungry. And then I've got not one, but 2 glasses of water beside me. So tonight's dinner is yesterday's lunch. That doesn't make sense. I actually ordered, in addition to the fried rice, I'd actually ordered this, it was like a sweet and sour tofu, vegetable and tofu dish. And my mum couldn't find it yesterday, so she thought that, we hadn't got it. But then later on, she found it in the microwave because she'd been reheating the dishes. She hadn't actually, lucky enough, reheated it, so she put it in the fridge and she gave it to me. So I'm having that for tonight's dinner with some brown rice somewhere hidden down there. Rather than use the white rice, I'll cook some brown rice to have. Make it a bit healthier. So I'm going to have that, and it's good tonight because I'm only feeding myself and Christy, and she's going to have leftover soup. Okay, so now you know how I got on. I did forget a bit to take a bit of video and stuff, so I do apologise, but hopefully it gave you a general idea of how the week went. I feel overall it went really well as far as how I ate. I had Mother's Day and a day out on Saturday, and I feel like I made good choices most of the time. Didn't really follow Turn It Up so much this week, but and I certainly didn't do as much meal prep, but I think overall it was pretty good. Unfortunately, well, I feel like I haven't lost any weight, because I'd gone down lower during the week and then gone back up, and actually I thought for overall I'd actually gained weight, but actually overall I have lost 0.6, I think, which means my total is like 1.9 kilos, so that's about like 4.5 pounds or something for 2 weeks, which maybe I should be happy with it, but for the amount of sort of work I've done and the effort that I've been putting into my food choices and having lots of healthy food, not eating sugar, passed up dessert again this weekend, I feel like I should have lost more than that. And I found it a bit of a struggle this week because the scales have been going up, down, up, down, up, down. And I saw my GP yesterday and she just said, yeah, that's what happens with insulin resistance. So she has up my medication. So I started that this morning. So hopefully we might see something from that. But she's also referred me on to another specialist to see and get his input. And then I should be going to the dietitian as well after I see him. To get a care plan, I have to have 2 recommendations. As for exercise, I did exercise. I missed 2 days. So I exercised 5 days during the week. The 2 days I missed were days I wasn't feeling well. So I would have exercised otherwise. I missed 3 days. I missed 3 days. Because 2 days I was too sick. I couldn't possibly have gone because my head was really very sore, felt very lightheaded, and bad headaches and body aches and whatnot. And then Sunday on Mother's Day, wasn't feeling crash hot. I could have pushed myself to go for a walk, but I thought I'll just have a day off. Mother's Day, that was my Mother's Day treat. So yeah, so exercise wasn't as good, but I did walk today even though I didn't really want to. So unfortunately now I've just had a basal cell carcinoma removed from my back of my shoulder, and I'm not allowed to do any lifting. I don't know for how long, at least until I see him on Friday, I guess. So I'm able to do any arm exercises or anything. Is it heavy lifting? So maybe I could do some light. I think I'll just leave it. I'll still get up for my walks and I'll try and hop on the exercise bike for the coming week. So I'm still, the weight's very frustrating, and just hopefully, fingers crossed, that the new dose of medication starts to work. I have started eating more meals with the family, so I said I haven't really been following the Turn It Up dinners as such, and I've just had a bit of a rough week with family things and whatnot, so that was always why I was a bit reluctant to do Turn Up in the first place, because I didn't know if it would actually fit into my lifestyle and current family situation. And if I only had a small amount of weight to lose, you could probably do it. I could probably stick with it for 8 weeks or something its challenge is. But I've got like a long haul ahead plus the insulin resistance. So I think I'll just keep going how I'm going at the minute, and I'll keep sharing with you guys. So it'll be great when I do get to the dietitian. I was reading some stuff yesterday, insulin resistance is saying don't have carbs, but then what do I have then? It's very hard when you're a vegetarian. So it'd be good to get some input from her and maybe set up some more stuff. But in the meantime, let's hope next week my medication's working better. And maybe I'll have that kilo loss next week. But it's just really, really painfully slow. And that's hard. But I will keep hanging in there. So I hope those of you that are also trying to lose weight or tone up or get fitter, healthier, whatever you're doing, I hope things are going well for you. Just try and take things one day at a time. That's what I do. Don't look too far ahead or how much for me. Don't look at how much I've got to lose. For me at the moment, I'm just focusing on the weight that I had gained back. So when I go to that, I'll pick another weight and we'll look at that. But it's taken me a long time to get anywhere. So, anyway, I'll talk to you again next week. Goodbye.